Zoom, 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 we're going to the moon.
David Beckham is entering the metaverse in a big money deal and is going to release his own NFT collection. The footballing legend is becoming a global brand ambassador for the Digital Bits blockchain. This is one of the biggest celebrity endorsements that crypto has seen, not least because Beckham has 138 million followers on social media and 9 billion annual impressions. The 46-year-old, who has gone to make millions as an entrepreneur after a successful career of playing for Manchester United, described the deal as a major opportunity to create new experiences for my fans online.
The world's largest asset manager is exploring how to serve clients with digital currencies. This is coming from the CEO, Larry Fink, of BlackRock. They manage $10 trillion. That's T, not just the B's, but they have $10 trillion. So they're planning to offer crypto trading services to its investor clients. Digital currencies can also help bring down costs of cross-border payments. For example, when expatriate workers send earnings back to their families, he added. So this is coming from the CEO himself. Just last year in July, Fink said in an interview that he is not seeing much demand for digital assets. That, of course, was July. We're nearly 12 months later, and they're looking to start to include this for their clients. So personally, I see this as massive news, but this is going to take time, just like everything else with adoption and development.
Now comes the bad news. So Coinbase to track off-platform crypto transactions and transfers in Canada, Singapore, and Japan. So this is according to local jurisdictions and the laws that they're implementing. They will start having to provide additional information while sending cryptocurrencies to a non-Coinbase platform. This includes recipient's name, address, house number, street number, town, postal code, country. A lot of personal information, especially in crypto when people don't want to provide that. Also, you're going to have to provide your own information when transferring funds between your own crypto wallets. Now, I understand why they're doing this. I understand why Coinbase is doing this, because they have to. This is the cost of doing business. I see this as being bad for some of the centralized exchanges, and it's going against a lot of what crypto is, which is that it's supposed to be decentralized.
Now, look at this. LG Electronics adds blockchain and crypto as new areas of business. You don't say. We know Samsung has made the move, and I'm waiting for Apple. I'm sure Apple is cooking up something big. South Korean tech giant LG Electronics has officially updated its business development goals to include cryptocurrency and blockchain-based software. If these companies, doesn't matter what industry they're in, if they don't start looking at how they can integrate crypto and blockchain, they will become irrelevant and die. But hey, smart move on their part. A lot of South Koreans trade cryptocurrencies, and a lot of volume comes out of South Korea. So Samsung has already made the move, and we're going to see dominoes fall.
The SEC could approve a spot Bitcoin ETF as early as next year, as 2023. This information is coming from Bloomberg Intelligence. Basically, they're looking into a proposal that's happening in the SEC right now. The SEC is proposing to expand the definition of exchange, which would then bring crypto exchanges and platforms under SEC regulation directly. After that, which could take a year, look for ETFs to get green lights. Quote, once cryptocurrency exchanges are compliant, the SEC's primary reason for denying spot Bitcoin ETFs would no longer be valid, likely clearing the way for approval. Another reason why I'm bullish on Bitcoin.
Binance is relentless when it comes to buying up companies and just expanding in general, with the goal of further developing and expanding Brazil's cryptocurrency and blockchain ecosystem. Binance has inked a memorandum of understanding to explore and possibly acquire a Brazilian securities brokerage firm. The transaction is authorized by Brazilian regulators and the Central Bank of Brazil and the Securities and Exchange Commission of Brazil, or CVM. The firm, however, did not disclose the time frame for the acquisition. It's fascinating that they're doing so much expansion and no other cryptocurrency exchange is doing the exact same thing. Now they're also in Brazil, and they're trying to acquire a securities brokerage firm, which is intelligent, because if you have that brokerage firm, you acquire all their licenses by default, which means that Binance would, from the get-go, be able to provide securities within Brazil.
Next, let's talk about some Polkadot related news. So this is particularly about Acala. Venture capital funds have committed $250 million to kickstart DeFi on the Polkadot network, particularly looking at Acala. So very big amount of money being pushed into the Polkadot ecosystem. Obviously, Acala is just one part of many, but this particular initiative to raise $250 million to kickstart the Acala dollar ecosystem has been backed by some of the biggest names in the cryptocurrency industry. I believe that Polkadot is going to be a very interesting and impactful asset, and I believe that the parachains built on top of it, like Acala and others, are going to really surprise a lot of people when they really start bringing out these DeFi products and getting a lot of applications building on top of them. So keeping my eye on these very keenly.
The age of digital identification quickly is approaching the groundwork for NFTs being laid. Apple announced on Wednesday that if you live in Arizona, you can upload your driver's license to your Apple Wallet. Once this is up and running, Fox Business reports that the feature will be made available to residents in Connecticut, Iowa, Kentucky, Maryland, Oklahoma, Utah, Colorado, Hawaii, Mississippi, Ohio, and Puerto Rico. This is actually a terrible implementation of digital IDs because of its centralization. Anyone remember the iCloud hack from 2014? Now Apple is going to be a honeypot for one of the main ways folks verify 2FA, so I'm sure that won't be targeted or anything. They'll most likely embrace blockchain after iCloud is compromised, and I'm sure Charles Hoskinson will take them in with open arms.
Terra, of course, Luna, and UST are both live. Now there's pools on Thorchain that supports the Terra ecosystem. So they are just absolutely killing it, going across every chain, every pool. It's just really going nuts for UST and Terra. Even Erica Voorhees, who's a big Bitcoin maxi, I've been saying this, even Bitcoin maxis are supporting Terra now because they love the fact that UST is basically being backed by Bitcoin. And one of the largest addresses out there in the top 50, right? This one holds about 30,000 Bitcoin, over $1 billion, 1.1 billion. Guess who this belongs to? The Terra Foundation. So yeah, and they plan on buying a lot more.
Fascinating breaking story. The FBI is actually going after two kids, 20-year-olds, who pulled an NFT rug scam. Now this is fantastic news in my opinion. Two men arrested for $1.1 million NFT rug pull scam. There's probably a couple of thousand of rug pull scams going on every day, and it makes people super skeptical, deservingly so, of NFTs. So the NFT world and the crypto world is sort of like the Wild West at the moment, and there's so many scams going on. But all in all, this is fantastic for the industry because people are going to be more accountable. And when people are more accountable, they're going to be better people to their peers and to people they're selling to people they're creating. So this is a massive step forward.